Hello and welcome to Behind Enemy Lines, the semi-regularly updated show where I give you a brief rundown of the history and lore behind some of Mario's iconic and not so iconic enemies. And for our maiden voyage, I thought it best to start where it all began, the Goomba. So let's jump in and go behind enemy lines. Despite being the first enemy that Mario ever encountered in 1985, the Goomba was actually the last enemy to be designed for Super Mario Bros. The Koopa Troopa was initially planned to be the bog-standard Mario enemy, but playtesting revealed that the little turtle boys were just too complicated as a first enemy encounter. The game needed an enemy that could be easily defeated in just a single hit, and running up against the available memory left on the NES cartridge, they took the model of the Super Mushroom and turned it into a brand new enemy design. It was pretty simple to just take that existing sprite, adjust a few things, make a simple walking animation by adjusting the sizes of their little feet, and bam! You've got Mario's most iconic enemy. And thus, the Goomba was born. Now, originally the Mushroom Kingdom was primarily inhabited by two major groups, the Toads and the Goombas. At a certain point, as evidenced in the original Super Mario Bros. Instruction booklet, some of the Goombas joined up with the Koopa Troop and betrayed the Mushroom Kingdom. But why? The closest thing we have to a real answer to this question actually comes from the 1990 Super Mario Bros. 3 McDonald's Happy Meal toy. Each toy came with a little pamphlet, and the one for the Goomba gives us this little chicken McNugget of lore. Quote, "The Goombas are known for their sloppy homes. In fact, each Goomba's house is so messy, no one wants to come to any of their parties. As a result, they are very crabby and are glad to join forces with Bowser and the other Koopas." End quote. In short, their messy lifestyles put them on the societal fringe of the Mushroom Kingdom, and well, they're not loving it. The Goombas really came into their own in Super Mario Bros. 3. All of a sudden, their sprite work featured their iconic little fanged mouths for the first time, and we began to see Goomba variants such as winged Goombas and Paragoombas and Goombas who would hop inside of Kuribo's shoe. Kuribo is the Japanese name for Goomba and apparently means chestnut boy because they look more like chestnuts than mushroom. It's a whole thing. Anyway, this is what really gave Mario's most iconic enemy their first brush with real personality and maybe even the slight semblance of a genuine threat. And say what you will about the little chestnut boys, but they've got to be the most adaptable units in Bowser's army. Though it may be through decades of combat evolution, through sheer attrition, Goombas have always found unique ways to try to avoid the bottom of Mario's, boot. If Mario can rain terror from the sky, so too can the Goombas with their parachutes. If Mario can give chase underwater, the Goombas can be prepared to dive in. If Mario can stomp down on a Goomba's head, you'd better believe that protective measures will be taken. And when Mario takes the leap into live-action cinema, a Goomba will be there to stand in his way. Kinda. In any case, one thing that the Goombas eventually realize is that there is great strength in numbers. Now, Goombas have always traditionally operated in groups, but the concept of the Goomba Tower, or Goomba Stack, didn't appear until Super Mario 3D Land. And something about this just captured the imaginations of both Nintendo fans and Nintendo themselves. There's just something charming about a group of Goombas banding together to try to, out-height Mario. Nintendo even went as far as to make Dr. Goomba Tower a playable character in Dr. Mario World. And after the inclusion of Piranha Plant, there was even a strong push among the fan base to have the Goomba playable in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I have friends who still want to play as Goomba Stack in that game. Something about the humble Goomba has just stood the test of time throughout the decades of Mario games. The Goomba has found a way to remain a core unit of Bowser's army by their adaptability, their unwavering persistence, and their ability to work together. Goombas have been there from the very beginning. They've even been our friends. They've been cats. And you can bet that Goombas will be there for Mario's next adventure, charging forward at him with reckless abandon, hoping beyond hope that they might be the one to finally stop the plumber. Hey, I hope you liked the debut episode of Behind Enemy Lines, and if you did, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to our YouTube channel, and let me know in the comments down below which Mario enemies you'd like to see me cover next, and don't worry, nothing is too obscure. Thanks for watching everyone, we'll see you in the next one.